Llama is the party. Party Llama brings the party. Party Llama dramatically enhances the party. Please do not use Party Llama if you are allergic to the following: having a good time, increased heart rate, not being a total lame wad, enjoying your life to the fullest, parasailing from the back of a yacht. Please consult a doctor if you do not develop a cool attitude. Use as directed.
Hey everybody, welcome to Sold Out Live. Welcome to the big show. Hope you guys are all having a great day today, enjoying the sunshine and stuff like that. Time to check in, see how everybody is doing. This is actually our 9th episode, which means that it's been at least 9 weeks, actually 10 weeks since we last got together in real life. So, wow, that is crazy. Hopefully it won't be much longer. We shall find out. But in the meantime, it's good to have you all here. Let us know how you're doing. Let us know what you've been up to. In a minute here, I'm going to show you guys some pictures of a couple of the things that some of you have been up to, some of the things that some of you have done, and we will interact on that a little bit. We've got some incredible contributions to Masterpiece Theater tonight. So to those of you who helped out and contributed with that, awesome, way to go, well done. And then we got the rap battle. Only one submission tonight. I don't know what happened to Little Mikey, but no contribution from him. And Sage, I think that weird fuzzy noise is on your end because I don't have a fan going, buddy. Anyway, no contribution from Lil Mikey. We hope he's okay. Haven't heard from him. He's probably trying to check in right now. He can't remember his password again, so he's got to go through all of that. Anyway, but we do have an incredible contribution to the rap battle. And then tonight we're going to play something called Trivia Addiction. It's like an online version of Trivia Crack. So we shall see how that goes. I know you're getting a weird fuzzy noise, and I'm sorry about that. I don't know where it's coming from. I'll bring my mic closer. All right, let me just try something. Hey. All right. In about 30 seconds, you're going to let me know if that's any better. Because that's about what we've got for a delay here. In the meantime, why don't you let us know what you've been up to? And we'll see if this fuzziness changes. If not, I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do. That is life. All right. So, let us take a look at what we've done. All right, so our first contribution here is from the ever capable and artistic, etc. Kiva. This is Batman, I think, which is pretty awesome. I'll keep trying to tweak things for you guys, don't worry. And then this is a window that Charlie contributed for us. I think she's the one who did it. So we'll count on that. but kind of an aquarium look there, which I'm guessing probably did it yesterday during the rain. I'm going to just bring the microphone a little closer here so you guys can hear me a little bit better. You'll see it in the shot, but oh well, that's what the cool guys do, right? So, yeah, so that is what we have done. I think that's it there. Oh, wait, no, this is Logan contributed this. This was a late entry, so I almost forgot about it. So it looks like a drawing he did there, which is pretty sweet. I'm guessing there was a lot of that going on Saturday and Sunday with all the rain that we had. So nice job on all of those, you guys. Keep them coming so that we can keep showing everybody what you guys have been up to. I think it's awesome. And even if it's not art, if it's cooking or maybe music, or you went for a hike or something of that nature, maybe you saw some things that were really cool, go ahead and let us know what it is that you were up to so we can enjoy it with you. Oh, looks like Logan is here. Good job. Good deal. All right. Hey, let's check out Masterpiece Theater. So this week, this is what you guys were supposed to recreate for us. And I knew this had a lot of potential. And you guys did not disappoint. So this is the original. I don't know what this one's called, but nevertheless, let's see what our first contribution is. Our first contribution is from the Losos. That there, I believe, would be Scott. So yeah, get your parents involved in this, guys. This is awesome. In fact, it's probably funnier if we see your parents doing it. Oh, sweet. Micah's working at DQ, huh? That's awesome. Just another excuse / reason to visit. All right, so yeah, take a look at this masterpiece put together by the Losos. I think that's knitting and a knitting needle there and stuff. But that is amazing. That is incredible. Our next contribution is from Micah, who just got her first job at DQ. And she's looking very pensive, very thoughtful there. Actually looks quite a bit more intellectual than the original, which I think is good. So good job there, Micah. Trying to figure out, is that a spaghetti noodle that Micah is holding on to? Try to get in there for a close look. I don't know. But anyway, it is brilliant. The eyes have it there, Micah. Good job. Good job. So that is our second contribution. Our third contribution is actually not a photograph, but a drawing that was done by Kiva. And I'm just going to give you a few moments here to look closely and to study the Easter egg, so to speak, here in this one that Kiva did, which I think is brilliant, and I love it. It's going deep there. Let me know if you can tell what's going on there, who that is, etc. And why I think Kiva gets some bonus points for his efforts. So again, let me know. What do you see, Jared? What do you see? So again, chime in when you have identified what is going on there. And I'll just Yes. Well, Kiva, you can't. You drew it, Kiva. You can't. You can't be the first one to guess. But I love it. That is Carl the camel peeking up over the shoulder of whoever this guy is. So brilliant work, Kiva. I think it would be amazing to see you, Kiva, put Carl in all kinds of famous pieces of art, etc. That would be awesome. All right, and so next week, this is what we're shooting for next week. You're forgiven, Kiva. You're forgiven. You were excited, and that's fine. This is what we're shooting for next week, which I think also has lots and lots and lots of potential. And the easiest way to do this might be for some of you to just have somebody take a picture of you as soon as you get out of bed. Because that's kind of what this looks like here. I don't know what this guy's doing. And hey, if you can throw a caption on it, that would also be amazing. I am trying to process in my mind what in the world this dude is doing. Is he excited? Is he tired? Is he happy? Is he angry? I do not know. But that is our challenge for next week. And that one we will put on Facebook. I'll try to remember to put it on tonight. We'll get it out on Instagram as well. So that's available for you there. And again, I think the sooner you guys decide to try to reproduce this, the faster. Well, obviously the faster it gets to me, but then you don't forget and you're not scrambling at the last minute. And again, if you want to use your parents, if they'll go along with it, that would be awesome. Maybe you want to do a series where each person in your family gets a shot at being this subject. So so go for it. It's incredible work you guys are doing. Keep it up, and send those in to me within the next week, and we'll get them up there for more entertainment. All right. The next challenge that we have is our rap battle. And so this week, as you know, each week we throw down a nursery rhyme, and then we give you a beat to rap that nursery rhyme to, and we want you to record that somehow and send that in to us, and then we will get it up here for us. So so this week the nursery rhyme is Jack and Jill. You're all pretty familiar with that. So we had one person who put one together, and it's another presentation by Off-Brand Sprite. Turn your computers up, whatever it is you got, because let me tell you, it's going to be worth it. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I give you Jack and Jill by Off-Brand Sprite.
Ooh, this slaps hard. Off-Brand Sprite. Shout out to Charlosa. Jack and Jill got a bucket to fill, gotta go real fast, no time to kill. You know this is real life, it ain't no grill, but this is real crazy, I think I feel ill. Time is a waste, no time is a blaze. Gotta get that water, get out of the haze. From the town to the world's a scary big maze, but the town's on fire. Yeah, it's crazy. Time is a waste, and they gotta be hasty. Gotta get that water, and there's something in their face. You got real hot's what they're tasting. Grab that water since the fire is hotter. There is no match. This ain't Harry Potter. Then Jack starts to fall off a hinge. Jump causes the room. Then the ball touchdown. Leaves the clown. Forgets about the water. And another time's gonna burn down. It's a disaster. Huh. He falls to the head, he ends up dead. The hills burning fast and it's bright red. Jill runs away and goes right ahead to run far away and never come back. So you really rush your putting it back on the track. Gotta work hard though and never ever slack. I'm spinning these rhymes, don't know what I'm saying. Am I fun? How are you, Maisie? Off-Brand Sprite. Well, dang.
There you have it, Jack and Jill by Off-Brand Sprite. Let us know what you thought about that. Pretty amazing. And it sounds like Off-Brand was also pretty impressed with herself at the end of that too, which nothing wrong with that. So sweet job, Off-Brand Sprite. Thank you for your contribution. I think the gauntlet has been thrown down to Lil Mikey, who didn't have it in himself to contribute this week. So I think in this battle, that puts Off-Brand Sprite ahead of the pack a little bit. We'll see what happens. So again, that was Jack and Jill by Off-Brand Sprite. This next week, let me tell you what your rhymes are going to be. Your rhymes are going to be Little Bo Peep, which also can come off the tongue pretty fast. Little Bo Peep. So Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and doesn't know where to find them. Something like that. And then let me give you a taste. Hopefully I can do this for you. Give you a taste of your beats. So those are your beats, and it will be again to Lil Bo Peep. So cannot wait to find out how you guys do with that. And people, come on, doesn't matter what your skill level is. If you want to do audio like Off-Brand Sprite and Lil Mikey have done, that's sweet. If you actually want to do a video, that's bonus points that you can get added to your cumulative score for the year. And so yeah, make it awesome, make it amazing, make it beautiful. And so that's it. So Lil Bo Peep is our rap battle challenge, and then whatever that guy who just woke up is our masterpiece theater challenge. All right. So I'll be posting those on Facebook hopefully tonight, and we'll have our social media person who's not me hopefully get those up onto Instagram for you too. If you don't know how to find us on Instagram, I'm sure somebody will put that up in the chat for you to let you know what to look for. So I don't know if we're going to get all the way through our next game. That's okay. In this next one, we do not need to select somebody to be our queen of all the answers. This is going to be everybody against everybody. If you've played Trivia Crack on your phone or whatever, it's pretty much like that, except there's no helps on this one, no cheats. So you're on your own with it. I will keep track of how many we're doing, and you keep track of how many you got right. If you want to chime in on chat or text me with your answers for the sake of integrity, that is totally cool. You can definitely do that. But without further ado, it's time for some trivia addiction. All right. So again, the way this works is there will be a question. They're all multiple choice, which is great because I know you guys are getting into finals time for most of you, and to do essays or whatever would be terrible. So here we go. Who was the sole surviving protagonist in Lord of the Flies? Was it A, Piggy, B, Jack,
C. Simon, or D. Ralph? Who was the sole surviving protagonist in Lord of the Flies? Was it A. Piggy, B. Jack, C. Simon, or D. Ralph? Go ahead and decide what your answer is. Again, if you want to text it to me, that's cool. If you want to put it in on chat, that's also cool. Go ahead and determine what your answer is on chat. Hey, Maisie's the first one in with an answer. Charlie has texted in with her answer, so you guys are starting to bring them into us here. Awesome. What is Lord of the Flies? It is a very troubling book. That's all I'm going to say. I did not enjoy reading it when I think I had to read it in middle school. That's traumatic. Anyway, the answer is D, Ralph. If you said D, then you got it right. If you did not say D, you didn't. And so you don't have any points yet. All right. Next question. Which one of these is not a team in California? So we're doing sports ball here. Which one of these is not a team in California? Is it A, Warriors, B, Cardinals, C, Giants, or D, Padres? Which one of these is not a team in California? Is it A, Warriors, B, Cardinals, C, Giants, or D, Padres? Go ahead and submit your answer for the record. And I'll give you a couple seconds here to think about it before we move on. Wow, Tram, that is a very technical description. I would have never described it that way, but I think you're right. It's also a description of what happens if one of our retreats or conferences goes for 4 days instead of 3. So, all right. Which one of these is not a team in California? If you said B, Cardinals, you got it right. Gavin, you know what? I think threw a couple of you off. There's a football on there. So you were thinking which of these is not a football team. But the question was which of these is not a team. Anyway, sorry about that, folks. If you got mixed up there, just a little bit of diversion. All right. Question number 3. Who gave their name to a continent? Who gave their name to a continent? Was it A, Amerigo Vespucci, B, Jacopo Bellini, C, Africo Tintorini, or D, Accio Canelli? All right. Again, who gave their name to a continent? So this is a geography type question, history question. Was it A, Amerigo Vespucci? Was it B, Jacopo Bellini? C, Africo Tintorini? Or D, Accio Canelli? Throw your answers in there. And if you said Amerigo Vespucci, A, you got the answer right. Now, can you guess which continent? I'm just kidding. Hopefully you know that that's America. All right. So that was the third question. Question number 4. This is a literature question. All right. Fill in the blank of this novel title. Blank of Wrath. Blank of Wrath. Is it strawberries? B, bananas? C, peaches? Or D, grapes? Fill in the blank of this novel's title. Blank of Wrath. Is it A, strawberries? So it would be the strawberries of wrath. Is it B, the bananas of wrath? C, the peaches of wrath? Or D, the grapes of wrath? All right. Lock in your answers. If you said D, grapes of wrath, you got that one right. Congratulations. Give yourself a point. Looks like a lot of you had that one, so good job. Proud of you all. All right. What is the most populated city in the U.S.? So this is question number 5. What is the most populated city in the good old U.S. of A? Is it A, New York City, B, Los Angeles, C, Chicago, D, San Francisco? What is the most populated city in the U.S.? New York City, B, Los Angeles, C, Chicago, or D, San Francisco? Which one is the most populated? Give you a chance to lock your answers in. All right. If you said A, New York City, guess what? You got it right. Congratulations. You get a point. New York City, the most populated city in all of the U.S. All right, question number 6. Question number 6. In what Disney movie does the character Jafar appear? Is it A, Cinderella, B, Lion King, C, Aladdin, or D, Beauty and the Beast? We are wondering, in what Disney movie does the character Jafar appear? Is it A, Cinderella, B, The Lion King, C, Aladdin, or D, Beauty and the Beast? Which one do you think it is? Lock your answers in, folks. And if you said C, Aladdin, you know your Disney movies. Congratulations. Good job. Give yourself a point for that one. Oh, I wish Jafar had been in Braveheart. That would have been awesome. All right. Next question. Question number 7. In what novel is Holden Caulfield the main character? In what novel is Holden Caulfield the main character? Is it A, Catcher in the Rye, B, Deliverance, C, Fight Club, or D, 1984? In what novel is Holden Caulfield the main character? Is it A, Catcher in the Rye, B, Deliverance, C, Fight Club, or D, 1984? Give you a second or two there to lock your answers in. I'm going to say congratulations to Maisie. I think that you have the fastest connection because you're getting in first, so good job there. If you said, yes, Fight Club was a novel first. If you said A, Catcher in the Rye, you get the point. Congratulations. Give yourself a pat on the back and give yourself the point. You can be proud of yourself for that one. All right. Y'all better know this one. Who was crowned 2014's Sexiest Man Alive by People magazine? Was it A, Bradley Cooper, B, Chris Hemsworth, C, Channing Tatum, D, Adam Levine, or E, Gavin Loso? Again, who was crowned 2014's Sexiest Man Alive by People magazine? Was it A, Bradley Cooper, B. Chris Hemsworth, C. Channing Tatum, D. Adam Levine, or E. Gavin Loso? Which would have been really cute because he would have been like, that's like 6 years ago. So Gavin, you would have been what, 8, 9 years old? Come on, Sonya, you know this one. I know you do. All right. If you said B, Chris Hemsworth, then you got it right. Give yourself a point. All right, that was question number 8. Gavin, you got it right too. Good job. All right, question number 9. What is the name of the oven that ceramics are typically fired in? What is the name of the oven that ceramics are typically fired in? Is it A, incinerator, B, kiln, C, ceramic oven, or D, easy bake? Again, what is the name of the oven that ceramics are typically fired in? Is it A, incinerator, B, kiln, C, ceramic oven, or D, easy bake? Go ahead and lock in your answers. And I think that was number 10. I don't remember. I'm losing track here. I'm losing my mind. All right. So if you said B, killing, congratulations. You know your art. And you get a point for that. Good job. All right. Next question. And I believe this is 11. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'm sure you will. This one is science. Which planet is known as the red planet? Which planet is known as the red planet? Is it A, Jupiter, B, Mercury, C, Earth, or D, Mars? Which planet is known as the red planet? A, Jupiter, B, Mercury, C, Earth, or D, Mars? All right, lock in your answers. If you said D, Mars, you got the point. If you said Barsoom, you get an extra point. And I'm not even going to explain that. But Mars is known as the red planet. All right. Question number 11. Who won the 2007 Super Bowl? Question 11. Who won the 2007 Super Bowl? Was it A, the Patriots, B, the Seahawks, C, the Chargers, or D, the Giants? Who won the 2007 Super Bowl? That was 13 years ago. Was it A, the Patriots, B, the Seahawks, C, the Chargers, or D, the Giants? Go ahead and lock your answers in. Give you a second for that. And if you said D, Giants, congratulations, you get yourself a point. It was the Giants who won that Super Bowl. Everybody remembers that, right? I mean, how could you not? All right, question number 12, I think. Vin Diesel voiced Groot, the beloved sidekick, from which movie? Is it A, Guardians of the Galaxy, B, the Lego Movie, C, Frozen, or D, How to Train Your Dragon? Vin Diesel, the man of many, many, many talents, voiced Groot, the beloved sidekick, from which movie? Was it A, Guardians of the Galaxy, B, Lego Movie, C, Frozen, or D, How to Train Your Dragon? Give you a minute to lock in your votes. Anybody who's a big fan of Vin Diesel should probably know this. Come on. All right, so if you said, hey, Guardians of the Galaxy, congratulations, you get yourself a point. Question number 13. What is the capital of Italy? Is it A, Rome, B, Florence, C, Milan, or D, Ragu? Is it A, Rome, B, Florence, C, Milan, or D, Ragu? We are looking for which city is the capital of Italy. Rome, Florence, Milan, or Ragu? All right, lock in your answers. You said Rome, you got it right. Congratulations. Give yourself a point if you got that one right. We are moving on to the next one. Question number 14. What year was America discovered? What year was America discovered? Was it A, 1412, B, 1502, C, 1492, or D, 1462? Maisie, I think you're thinking of the Vatican. That's okay. Back to this question. What year was America discovered? Was it A, 1412, B, 1502, C, 1492, or D, 1462? Lock in your answers. Oh, great and powerful geography buffs. We are looking for the cat. What year America was discovered? I guess that's history. I was thinking about Rome again. Got me distracted. All right. You said C, 1492. Then you get the point. And that's that. Congratulate yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. And we move on to question number 15. Oh, wait. That's all we got. So, with that, tally up your points. Let us know what you got. I believe it was out of 14. We got all kinds of editorial experts here tonight. Thank you so much. Means you're on the ball and that you're really missing school, I think is what that means. All right, so let us know what you got, what your score was. And I believe it was out of 14. So how'd you do? Charlie looks like she got 10. And because she's the only one who chimed in, Maisie, I know you didn't get them all. I saw you get a couple wrong. Tram got 9. All right. So officially, Charlie's leading right now with 10 because I don't believe Maisie. Sorry, honey. But I saw you get one wrong. So, all right. Good job, everybody. All right. So, hey, a couple things before we get into the word a little bit. Looks like Scott Loso, or maybe that's Cooper. Whoever is texting me as Scott Loso got 10 as well. So If you have any prayer requests or whatever, go ahead and text them to me. That would be awesome. And then when we pray at the end, I'll cover those. Couple things for you. As far as when we're going to be able to get back together in real life, I'm not sure yet. Our leadership will be talking about that later this week. And it kind of depends on what the recommendations, etc., from the state are. Looks like probably for sure not for the rest of May, but who knows? Maybe in June. We'll find out. In the meantime, we've made it this far. We can keep going, right? All right. So again, if you got any prayer requests, go ahead and text them to me, and I will cover those in a little bit. All right. So tonight, as we get ready to get into our small groups via Zoom, we're going to take a quick look at 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verses 2 through 3. So if you got a Bible, go ahead and find 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verses 2 through 3, because you're going to need that for your small group. And let me just say a couple things about the passage real quick. I'll read it first. We always thank God for all of you and pray for you constantly. As we pray to our God and Father about you, we think of your faithful work, your loving deeds, and the enduring hope you have because of our Lord Jesus Christ. So Paul is saying that whenever they are praying for people and they're praying for this church in particular, the things that come to mind, the things that they talk about when they talk about this church, are that this church is a community of people who does faithful work. Their work is shaped by their faith, their trust in Jesus as their King and their rescuer. Their loving deeds, that everything they do is also shaped by love, and they love enough. The word there for deeds actually describes this maximum effort, going to the nth degree, no matter how much it hurts, to love others. And so he says that that's one of the things that they do and that they're remembered for, this incredible love that they have for other people. And their enduring hope, that these people are living in a situation where in order to be a follower of Jesus, there's some big decisions they had to make. They live in a culture where everybody worships all kinds of gods. They worship Greek gods and stuff like that, and everybody worships the emperor Caesar too. And it's kind of this idea that you've got this god who must be in charge of this area of life, so we got to keep this god happy in order for that to go well. And then we've got to keep this god happy, so we'll worship and make sacrifices to this god in order to make sure that our crops grow well, and this one to make sure that we get rain, this one to make sure that we're able to have kids and that our kids are healthy, this one to make sure that my work goes well and that I don't lose my job, etc. And when these people were putting their trust in Jesus and saying that Jesus is King, they're saying a lot of things here. First of all, they're saying Jesus plus nobody else. So they're telling everybody else that what they're doing, whatever gods they're worshiping, they're not real, and they're not worthy of worship. So that doesn't go over well. And it's kind of a deal where you can worship as many gods as you want, and that's cool. But if you're going to just worship one God, that's a problem, because you're telling me I'm wrong. And so a lot of them lost their jobs. A lot of them were shunned by other people. It made doing business more difficult and things like that. And interestingly, it was a culture that was open to, hey, worship whoever you want, but for some reason worshiping this one God, not cool. not cool at all. I don't know if that sounds familiar. But Paul says in the midst of that, what's amazing about them is they're continuing to work hard, and their work is shaped by the fact that they trust God. They don't trust what other people think about them. They're not worried about their status in the eyes of others. They're working to serve others, and they're working hard to love people, no matter what the cost is. It's not about whether they get approval or not, whether they get anything out of it or not. They're following the example of Jesus and serving and loving. And then in the midst of all of this, they have a hope that's giving them the power and the strength to endure, to keep going and not quit, to stand their ground and stuff. And the thing is, they were able to do that because they're of the object of their faith and the object of their hope. That was Jesus. And the source of their love was Jesus. And a lot of times, what happens is we feel like giving up on stuff, and we feel like we don't want to love and stuff because we're either the object of our faith and hope is somebody other than God, and sometimes we think it's God, but maybe it's an idea of God that's not quite real. It's something we think God should do, or that God owes us or whatever, and it's not really truth. Or we're trying to love in our own power by our own rules. And I just think a couple things. One, if we're going to make it in life, Jesus has to be the object of our hope and our faith. Jesus needs to be the one that we're trusting to be there with us, the one that we're trusting to rescue us, the one that we're trusting is right about everything. And Jesus has to be the one that we're confidently expecting to not just be with us, but to make everything all right in the end. So that confident expectation, that hope is in Jesus, and that love isn't our love, it's the love of Jesus that worked so hard for us, that was willing to go to the ultimate in pain and suffering at the cross in order to rescue us. And Jesus said there's no greater love than the love of somebody who would lay down his life for his friends. He says, I call you friends. That's why I'm going to do this for you. And it's Jesus chose to do that not because of anything that we did, but because of who he is, and he decided he wanted to do that. He decided that you and I were worth that. So in your small groups tonight, what I would love for you to talk about it is, what does that faithful work look like? What does it look? What are the works or the deeds or the actions? What does it look like to actively live out our faith, especially our faith in Jesus? How does that shape everything that we do? How does that shape the way we do school? How does that shape the way that we do our work, like at DQ or at a greenhouse or at home doing our chores? How does that shape the way that we do our work? How does it shape the way we do everything that we do? How much are you willing to love others? And the reality is that if there's a limit to how much you're willing to love somebody, then that's probably not the kind of love that Jesus has for us and wants us to live. And then your hope. What are you putting your hope in that's going to get you through? Every one of us, we are hope-based creatures. When we lose hope, we lose our desire to live. Without hope, we're toast. And what matters most is what it is that you're putting your hope in. If you're putting your hope in your plans, you're going to get disappointed. If you're putting your hope in your abilities, you're going to get disappointed. If you're putting your hope in other people, guess what? We're going to disappoint you. Bible says there's only one hope that never disappoints us. It's that hope in King Jesus. And if we truly have that hope, then it doesn't matter what happens. We're going to be able to move through life knowing that we're okay. So that's what you're going to talk about in your small groups. And hey, do a good job listening to each other with that, please. We probably all got Zoom fatigue by now, and so just help each other out, listen well, contribute, um, and stuff like that. So let me pray for us, and then we will let you go. So Jesus, thank you so much for your love for us. Thank you for the grace that you give us. Thank you for how you've been faithful to us. God, you have been so loyal to us when we have betrayed you time and 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 time again, and that's just today. But you're faithful, and you're our model for what that active faith looks like. You're our model for a love that works really hard to bless others, to serve others, and you're our only hope. And I pray that you'd help us to be willing to do the work of identifying where we're missing some things on that and realign ourselves with you. I pray that we'd have some really good conversations tonight. And God, I pray too that you would just give us a confidence in you that regardless of what's going on in our lives right now, we're going to be okay because we belong to you and that you're working everything out. And God, we really want to be able to get back together and do the things that we normally do. We really, in this time, we've found out how important each person, our group is to each of us. And we want to get back to that. And so give us the patience that we need for that. Give us the confidence that you're doing something. And God, we look forward not just to when we can get back together, but even better to a time when, Jesus, you're going to come back and you're going to restore everything. And there will be no more sickness, no more suffering, no more death, no more hurt. You'll wipe every tear from our eye. And can't wait for that. And we know that that's our future, and so that shapes how we live today. Thank you for each person who is watching tonight and listening tonight. And God, show them somehow, some way how much you love them. We pray all these things in your name. Amen. All right, hey, a couple things for you before we go. Just a reminder, first of all, this is your art that you are reproducing. And special challenge this week, two things. One, get as many members of your family involved as possible. Logan, I want to see you do this one, buddy. And send those in. And also, if you can come up with a sweet caption, even better. And then for those of you, which should be all of you, who are going to do the rap battle, here it is, Little Bo Peep. So get to it, be creative, have a good time. Hey, you guys, miss you guys. I love spending time with you, which is one of the reasons why this has been hard. Glad we get to do it this way because it's better than nothing. But you know what? In the meantime, I'm praying for you guys, love you guys, and look forward to whenever it is that we get to be back together again. And let's not take it for granted when it happens. All right, so take care, enjoy your small groups, and we will see you guys next week. Have a good one.